Okay guys, we're back. We're working on another project. I'll show you. I think we showed you this before, but it's the trailer. We're gonna turn this old dump trailer into a beautiful work trailer. We're thinking about, well, first we're gonna pull all the dents. We're gonna paint strip all the paint with a Jasco. I've been using Jasco since I was 11 years old and I'm 41, so it tells you how good it is. We're going to clean this up. We have a jack coming today, so we're going to cut this pipe back, weld it off real good. We're going to put a trailer tongue jack in here, a triangle top wind. We already got the foot yesterday. It's right here. Okay. And then after we're done, we're going to be ordering these running lights and tail lights. We're going to be wiring this in. We're going to put an extra running light right here on these front parts. Right in here, we're planning on putting in a 110 plug with a power inverter, or a 220 plug with a power inverter, which will mount the inverter right here on the inside of the rail. We'll build a box, and then the wiring will come through here off the corner to the battery, because we're going to put in a battery bracket somewhere here in the front. And we're going to try to possibly put in a job site box across this frame here in front of the trailer, because this trailer is only like 6 feet, so we're thinking we're going to put 2 foot or whatever it is, like this, 1.5 foot, like a job site box. I'll show you guys similar to on my truck. Like over there, the blue one. And then we're going to put one of those possibly on this. We have that little bit of fabrication. We gotta clean up, grind off some, like someone left some shitty like cutoffs or like this. I'll show you. Like, I don't know if they cut something off here that was welded here or what they did, but they didn't really grind this off and clean this welds or whatever up. So we're gonna go in there, clean all that up before we paint. Like this mess, you can just see it's real sloppy. There's some bent cross member here. We're gonna try and pull these dents with the slide hammer, and we're going to try and pound this one out. Hopefully we can pull that, because it sucked to have to re-brace this, but if we have to, we can. Over here, I'll show you what we're doing is, so we started with this door skinning, the skinning hammer. And the reason why we're using the skinning hammer is, I don't know if it was made like this at the factory, but see all this lip that's bent back? It looks like it used to be folded here. But anyways, right here, you can see I started folding it, because on some parts, I don't even know if they folded it. You're supposed to cut here like this around the bolt and nick that piece out, and then you're supposed to fold this all the way around. That's how you skin things. I don't know why they didn't fold the lip. So what we're doing now, I'll show you over here. Let me get out my flashlight. See right there, it looks like almost like from the factory they did not fold the edge, or someone had reskinned the tailgate at one time but never, you know, and that whole edge is just jacked because they left it that way, and then rocks and stuff getting in there. And this should have been folded. If you see something like that, it's probably a mistake, or someone went to do it and didn't do it right, something along those lines. But you should be folding these edges on the skins and getting them to where they don't do shit like that. And then the other problem with this is, I'll show you without the flashlight. We're cleaning out. We're gonna repaint the inside before we put the inside skin on, but we did this because, as you could probably already tell, this part is massively banged up. So to do fast body work on it, we took it out so we could make this flat again. We're probably gonna lay it upside down like this on a piece of flat board on like a concrete area that's smooth and flat, and then we'll pound it down, and then we'll slowly work it until, you know, I mean, not pound it, but tap it. We'll probably have to get some dead blow, you know, shaping hammers. I don't know yet, but we might have to get some dead blows, like some, you know, shrinking hammers and stuff to rework that. I'm not sure yet. We may be able to rework it with just what we have. Over here, aside of all that, we have like dents that gotta come out from inside the taillight here. We got a few things, you know, somebody sprayed this with bed liner, but not with a good preparation, so it's all coming off. This was completely black with bed liner, and it's sprayed off with the hose. As you can see, it's coming off here too. There's a lot of little dings and nicks, but all this is hammer work because we can reach both sides. You know, some of these older truck beds, because they're just that sheet metal and there's no double wall to them, they get banged up easy, but they're also easy to repair. And, you know, like we got to take off little campy things like that and stuff that are left on. And then I'll show you what we're going to use. I need to see if I can get an inverter for a 220 instead of a 110. But we're going to use this right here. Jasco Premium Paint and Epoxy Remover. Jet Stripper. They have a gallon container, like the metal ones, that you can brush on. But it's you know, a little more easier just to spray it on. It's more expensive, but it's cleaner for you. You don't get all over your hands, because that stuff can burn right through your skin. I've messed with it where you paint it on. And I think back here we're gonna rip off this plate deal or whatever it is. I don't know if we're gonna rip it off or what we're gonna do, but we're probably gonna adapt some kind of, not a bumper, but maybe a step. So if someone wants to, they can, like an RV step where they can pull it out and like step up into the back if they want. Or maybe not. We might just hack this off or adapt a bumper to it later. Because in order to register this, we probably have to do something with that. Because we're trying to get this to where it's electrified after we do all the body work. Then we're going to get it completely done up like that. We'll be painting the rims probably, or leaving them. And then we're going to try to make this to where it can be registered, because it's never been registered after it was a truck. It's just been a property cleanup trailer sitting on a ranch probably. Nobody cared, you know. There's a lot of dent work here. As you can see, this rail, I'll show you. So we'll show you how that comes out. We've already had to straighten one of those on the last one, but it wasn't like this. So we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna do all that, but it's not a big deal. I mean, it's just work, and then we will put it up for sale, because we're not doing this to keep it. I mean, as much as I'd like to have a little trailer just sitting around, we don't do these things to keep them. We don't put in paint and money and time and labor to keep stuff like this at this moment, because you know, at any moment really, I had a 16-foot flatbed that I traded off for a fiberglass boat that I never fixed up and ended up giving away for free, with a bunch of used carpet from a job that was still in good shape that I was not going to use. Someone came up on a bunch of carpet for their house and a free boat with trailer, and it was a nice inboard, and It was the tri-bottom, which I like because they stay more stable. They're not a V-bottom. They have a tri-hull where it has three, it basically dips like this and then dips again. It has three wakes that it creates. They're awesome for skiing. And tri-hulls, I don't know if you can still get them, but the one I had was an old 70s model, had an old V6 Merc Cruise inboard. It was really nice. Could have been fixed up, but I just didn't want to deal with it right now, so I just left it be and gave it away. This will be the probably third trailer I've done up, but this one I'm not intending on keeping at all. I have no intentions with keeping this trailer. I have no intentions with it being mine. This is just a small trash hauler that I'm gonna make a nice work trailer with a electric plug, so you don't have to haul a generator to use a few tools. You know, maybe like some hedge trimmers or whatever the gig is. You know, if you don't want to run gas, or it's gonna be a thing like that. We might find some used tires for it too. The ones on it are all right, but they're not the greatest. We'll see how far we push it, but we'll do some videos on it because we just cleared the shop out. As you can see, we pushed my son's project over in the corner for now. We cleared a bunch of stuff, moved the mower and stuff over this direction. We've gone as far as to consolidating more to get more space for the trailer to have rolled in here at an angle, and then that way it's not in the backyard where we gotta take it in and out, take the fence down, because I always have to unbolt the fence. Luckily I did metal post wood fence, makes it easy for that. I could even put a gate there, but we just brought it in like this at an angle into the shop through this door past the car, just to work on the body work, and then we'll roll it out that big door into the paint booth when it's ready, spray it, get it done, and then it will go back into the yard and be tarped off until it sells. That way we have the trike going back into its position to be finished. In the meantime, we also have 2 more trucks that are supposedly coming in for paint. On Saturday, we're supposed to meet with the gentleman. We'll see how it goes, because a lot of people say that and then they don't come through. That's the reality of the situation with body work, is a lot of people think they can afford something, but then they can't afford it. So then they get back to you and they're like, well, sorry. And that's life. Anyway, peace, prosperity. Down with the haters, up with the participators. Keep your heads up. Keep them on a swivel. Keep pushing. Never stop, because that's when everything goes bad. If you keep working hard, you'll get it. Trust me. I work my ass off. I don't make a lot on my projects because I don't really need a lot. I'm one of those people who cares more about quality versus quantity and money and stuff. I just try and make enough for the bills to help out and enough to just get by, and then just show what I can do. This one, we're going to be able to get the G90 in there and see if we can pull these dents with it better, see how it performs. We'll come back with a video on how we feel about that. But for right now, I'm doing these Maddox from the Harbor Freight. Actually pretty good hammers. I like that they're not fiberglass here. That way if something goes wrong, you could just weld this right back. The other one's one of the heads fell off, but it's fiberglass, so you can't just shove it on there and weld it. This way, if something goes wrong where it comes loose, I can just put it through there and weld it to the head somehow, and then I'll have my hammer back. I mean, they're cheap enough. I could probably just buy another set too. But as you see, folding the edges, you know, because somebody thought it wasn't important, but it is for when you're skinning doors, because they're supposed to be rolled here and not just left like whatever is going on here. That's part of what holds this panel to the door. Or, I mean, the panel to the frame, or whatever you want to call it. You know, along with punching holes like this right here for tacks, which we have the air tool that does that. So we're in business for that kind of work too, no matter what. And you know, anyways, you know, that's it, guys. Hope you're having a good day. We'll get back to you with more of the progress on this, what we get done. We're not really trying to show how to do the work, because there's plenty of people out there that have good videos. Paint Society, Sylvester's Customs is one I watch. The reason we don't show a lot of repairs because Rayman Ray, he's got a lot of good repair videos, does a really good job, along with Scanner Danner. I mean, we got a huge good knowledge of pool out there. Doesn't really need added to. You guys check out some of those guys, and you know, you'll be able to do everything that we do. I'm just showing projects as they go, showing you that everyday Joe citizen has what it takes to have what they want. All right, guys, have a good day.